Killian Hayes or a new backup point guard in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in favor of a new backup point guard in Detroit. I'll still root for Killian while he's a Piston. I was hoping he could get 20 assists the other night because he had 9 in the third quarter with 13 going into the fourth. And I thought, man, dude, if you just let him play and just let him go for it, that'd be such a cool little blimp on his career, just a 20 assist game. Didn't happen, though. So I'll still root for him in Detroit Pistons uniform, but I'd rather have him go to a new team and then maybe find success over there. But what about you? New backup point guard or Killian Hayes next season?
I think Killian Hayes will be on this team next season, and I think he'll be your backup point guard.
Okay.
I just think, he's got another year left on his rookie contract, I believe. Might as well just play it out. If you want to go out and sign another veteran point guard, as long as Corey Joseph is not on this basketball team, God forbid, I swear I will punch a freaking wall. I don't think I can just suffer. I'm not even going to go down that road. It's just negative energy. I'm not going to go down that road. I think Killian Hayes will be the backup point guard next season for the Detroit Pistons. I think that is going to be his ceiling in the NBA. He's just always going to be a backup point guard, and that's perfectly okay. I know some fans look at that 7th overall draft pick and they kind of get pissed off, but Marcus Smart was the 6th overall draft pick, and he's a backup for the Celtics. So, it is what it is.
Okay, so what about after his rookie year? Would you want them to re-sign him, or would you rather have them find a backup point guard? Not his rookie year, his rookie contract. You know what I meant.
Yeah, I'd kind of want to see what happens next year. And if he has games where he's just basically on and off, then yeah, it's time to move on. But I got to give a shout out to Dwayne Casey for kind of calling him out. He called him out, saying hey, you need to be more aggressive. You quit trying to get everyone else involved. Look for your shot. Be more aggressive. He needs to be motivated, obviously, because he's just been so passive. And I was just dude, you need to be the aggressor out there. You're the backup point guard. You need to be looking for your shots. You need to be more selfish and not be so, kind of passive when you're out there, because most nights it's 4-on-5. I can't have you have 1 point a game or, just get 1 point and 3 assists and have 2 shots.
I think he was shooting 6% from 3 the other night. I think it was 6%. I don't know what he finished with, but I believe when I was watching on Bally Sports and I clicked the little Pistons icon and clicked Killian Hayes, 6% from 3.
Yeah,
it was bad.
He just needs to be aggressive, man, because when he's aggressive, he's on. Like you said, he had a really good assist night. And people are where is that every night?
He had a double-double, and I loved the way I tweeted out. I loved his aggressive takes, taking it right at the rim, using his size, going right at the chest of a defender. But you don't see that enough from Killian. So you want to see him for one more season, just and see if he can finally figure it out, even though his role will probably always be a backup point guard.
Yeah, I feel like this season is probably the most progression we've seen out of him since he's been drafted. I think we can both agree there.
It was for a short moment, though. It was just for what,
a month?
Yeah, and it was an awesome month. I was rooting for him. I picked him up in fantasy. Then I dropped him, but which was stupid because I should have rode that month out. But anyways, yeah, he was playing great, and then he just falls off. And it makes you wonder: is it because Jaden Ivey took over as a lead guard and he developed a lot faster than we thought? Is that because if that's the case, then who can Killian play with? Then I don't know. Then can you not play him with Ivey and Cade Cunningham if he plays like crap when he's out on the floor with them? What do you think was the case? Just because I don't know. Maybe it was just Killian. He finally got to be the lead guard again, but he's not going to be the lead guard in Detroit. He has to figure something out to find success.
Yeah, man. Casey said it. He was Killian was kind of watching Ivy be the lead guard and kind of just letting him do his thing. And Casey's I can't have that. We can't have that. We need you to be aggressive out there. Ivy will get his and you'll get yours. You just have to, keep staying the course and being aggressive. And I think what Casey said is 100% true. Killian kind of just, was in the passenger seat letting Ivy drive it. And it's just what's that?
No, go on. My bad.
No, it's just, I think for him to be on this team and have a role, and to your point, can he play with Cade and Ivy? He has to be aggressive. He has to look for that mid-range shot. He has to take it to the hole more often. Shoot 3-point shots, because that's the only way you're going to get better. You're not going to get better being passive and passing it to everybody else.
And it's kind of crazy because Ivy and Cade have those games that cater to Killian in pinches, where you really we talked about this a long time ago, that if you drafted Jaden Ivey, you could play all three of them on the court together. But Killian is such a minus when he's with them. You can't play all three of them together. But Jaden Ivey's developing that outside shot as a catch and shoot player. I mean, he was shooting 40%, right, for 1 month or somewhere around there. Mm-hmm. And then Cade, I mean, yeah, he hasn't really shot the greatest from 3-point, but we've seen the shot. We saw it in college. We know it's going to drop eventually. So Killian, if he was just aggressive going to the hole, it would open up lanes for him to pass it to those two guys, and they could all play off of each other. But it doesn't seem like Killian – I know I sound pretty harsh, but it just doesn't seem like he's ever going to figure it out. Or if he does, it's just going to be, maybe so sporadic, here and there. It's not going to be consistent. So, but let's just say they do look for a new backup point guard. Do you think they look for a backup point guard in the mold of like Cade Cunningham, where they're more of, slow and more methodical and they wait for things to develop, or someone more aggressive like Ivy, always looking to attack and put pressure on the defense?
I want to check if this guy's a free agent, because if he is, I'd be all on board bringing him. Let me check his contract real quick. And I did not spell his last name right. And it's a really basic last name. Hold on. This is really bad podcasting. I do apologize for this.
No, it's all good.
And the player no, he's not a free agent. Screw me. It was Tyus Jones I was thinking about. That's kind of the type of backup point guard I would look at. I don't know if you're too familiar with his game. He's I have him in fantasy right now because of the John Morant stuff, and he's been cooking. But
yeah, no, he's solid.
I think that's kind of like that mold of a backup point guard you're looking for. Just kind of a guy out there to initiate the offense and be aggressive at the same time. To your point, though, like, do you want it to be kind of like a Cade Cunningham type or a Jaden Ivey type? I think those type of backup point guards cost a lot.
Well, I was thinking like Ty Jerome. He's like 6'5", 6'6". He's not super athletic, decent shooter, but he doesn't turn the ball over a lot. I don't think he even averages one a game in Golden State. Now, he doesn't play a ton of minutes, but I'm thinking somewhere more like that, like a bigger guard, kind of like Killian Hayes too, in that 6'4", 6'5" range. Longer wingspan, maybe a bigger body, not super athletic, but can get to the hole or shoot from the outside.
Yeah, I mean, I think of Ish Smith from years ago. Kind of like that type of backup point guard. Like, if you want to go and target one, and if Troy just says, you know what, enough's enough, you've had 3 years and you still haven't figured it out, then yeah, go after like backup point guards like that. But I mean, if it was me, I would just wait one more year. Like, it's not going to hurt anything. He's still under contract.